Namaskara, welcome back to our Moodle session. In the previous session, we had seen how to add some of the activities which are interactive part of our Moodle course, forum and assignment. In this context, I would like to show you we had added forum as well as assignment. In the assignment, we had 4 types of assignments: online text and file submission alone and offline assignment. These are the 3 types of assignments which I would like to show you here. As a student, when a student clicks on the online type of assignment, they will get add submission mode here, and student has to type in whatever the content asked for. Similarly, when online text and file submission kind of assignment is added, when the student clicks on add submission button, there he or she will be able to get a text box where text has to be entered online and files required to be submitted. For that, option to upload the file will be available. Then another type of assignment was only file submission mode, where when the student clicks on add submission, they will get the option to upload the files. These are the 3 types of assignments which we can add to our Moodle course for the assessment given to the students. In this session, we shall try to see how to add questions, it is also called items, into a Moodle course. This will be the basic step to create a quiz. Quiz is an activity in our Moodle course. There are 2 places at which we need to create the questions. One is quiz questions and another one is called lesson questions. Quiz questions will be having more variety of the question types, and lesson questions there will be very few in number and it functions differently. In this session, we are concentrating only on the quiz questions. The types of the questions available in the quiz place are many. As mentioned over here, you can see the types of the questions available under quiz are calculated, calculated multi choice, calculated simple, etc., as you can see over here. Among these, description is one type. Actually, it is not a question, it just prints text or graphic on page and it will be used for the questions added below to it. It will appear as a label kind of thing where description or information provided to answer the questions below given. Steps to add the questions are: when you are in the editing mode of a course, you will be seeing more link on the right hand of the tabs available. These are the tabs you remember we were using. In that, there is a more with drop down. When we click on that, we will get the option, one of the option is question banks. If we click on that, it will take us to the page where we have to create a category first, then create the questions. Now, we will go to our Moodle site and see how we can add these kind of questions, various kinds of questions available to us. In this context, I would like to mention that first we need to prepare the questions, then we have to go into the Moodle and start creating the questions. In a course design process, we will be having this taxonomy table we call. In this, we will be selecting the cognitive level and knowledge level according to the competency, and it is mapped to the PSOs and POs, and in detail I will not be getting into this table, but it will help the teacher to create the questions or items based on this table and create the questions and keep in handy. It will be helpful whenever we are required as a teacher, whenever we are required to give reports on how many questions or items have been created under remember category and under factual knowledge purpose. Okay. Here I have created some questions and I will be using these in the Moodle course page to create the question bank. Please log in as teacher to your course, get into the course, then as I mentioned, these are the tabs of the course. If we click on this more, we get various options to be selected. Under this I will be selecting question bank. This is the blank page, start page of the questions to be created. If you want to categorize your questions under any specific category, for example, I want to create the questions under remember category, under understand category, like that various categories if I want to segregate, and while creating a quiz I want to select 2 questions from remember, 3 questions from understand. Several methods can be used and it will be helpful at that time. Now I will be using default question bank for the course. If we click on this create default question bank, the category of question bank is created. If we click on this, then I will be taken to the page where I can create the questions. Here you can see the drop down where I can select the category and come back to the category creation of the page. It is not like once you have created the category default to the course and you cannot create any more categories. It is the place where we can come back and create the categories if required. Even after creating the questions, we can come back to this page and create the categories and move the questions which fall under particular category. Coming back to this question bank page, here you can see there is a button called create a new question. If we click on that, as I mentioned earlier, it is posing what all the type of the questions available in Moodle course. These are the standard questions available, and this hierarchy of displaying the questions will be made by the administrator. Like multiple choice questions will be the most commonly used type of questions we will be creating, that can be made available on the top. This is not mandatory that we need to have in this format only, and also this display of the questions available in this manner will depend on the theme or appearance we call by chosen by the administrator at the site level. Now first we will use this short answer. This is nothing but our fill in the blanks kind of question. After selecting that, it will display on the right hand side what this particular type of the question will be able to do. Then there is a button here add. If we click on that, we will get a page where we can add the questions. Here the category which I had mentioned will be available. If you had created many categories for your course, you can select for which category you are going to add the question. And question name, it is just for the purpose of the categorizing the questions. I will just give one, or it is example of short answer type of question. Okay, something like that we can keep. It is not going to display on the page where students will be seeing. It is for the purpose of the teacher to have it what kind of question we have created. Actual question goes here. This is question text. Actual question goes here. Now, I will use this one which I have already created and just copy and paste it over here. This is the answer. So, a new directory can be created by dash command. This is the question, okay? And the question status can be made ready or draft. If you are not happy with the question type whatever you have created, you can make it as draft. At the time it will not be available to add to the quiz question. Okay. Now, I am fully happy with whatever the kind of question I am creating, and what is the marks you want to give, that you can mention it here. And general feedback, whenever this question is added to a quiz, what is the feedback to be given for the student after they answer the question. Then ID number, it is just for the purpose of reference, and we have to give here whether this particular question, this is the fill in the blanks we are giving. So, the student has to type in to answer it. If it is particularly case sensitive, then we have to enable yes, case must match. Now, it is not so, I will be selecting no, case is not important, and answer I will be giving it over here. So, this is the space where we have to type in the answer. Then the grade will be 100%. Okay. Here we have the option to add other kinds of answers also. Sometimes by default M may become capital. At that time, if the student type in like this, what should be the penalty given, or you want to give marks even if they write like that, that can be added here, and you can use the other variations of the answer that probably may be given. Right now, I am not using it, I am giving only one option for that 100% marks I am giving. If they answer something, if you want to give only 80% or 75%, these are the other percentage of the marks to be given, you can select it over here and give the feedback. Whatever they have given, the answer is partially correct or it is not correct, like that we can give the feedback over here. Then coming here, click on save changes. If we do that, the question is created. You can see here, for each type of the question we create in our Moodle course, it will be displaying different icons. If I move my cursor near that icon, it says it is a short answer. Now, I want to see how the question will be displayed. For that, under this edit, we have the option preview. If I click on that, this is how the question will be visible to the student, and here they have to type in. Okay. Then if we click on this close preview, we will come back to this page. Now, we will try to add one multiple choice question over here. So, here this is multiple choice question. Click on add. For any kind of question, it is the same procedure. Select the type of the question we want to create and click on add, and we will get the page to create the question. I will give 2 and it is an MCQ. I will type it and here it goes the question. As mentioned earlier, I have created the question for myself. So, I will just copy and paste. B.F. Skinner and Jan Watson are associated with what? So, we have answers to be provided here. If this multiple choice question has more than one answer, then here we have the option to select whether only one answer is there for this question or multiple answers allowed. Then if we select this multiple answers allowed, we have the option to give grade. If there are two answers, then we have to give 50% for one and 50% for another one. Likewise, it is here we have to select what is the amount. If there are 4 answers, then we have to give 25% each. Likewise, we have to calculate according to the number of correct answers. Now, for this question there is only one correct answer and here we have to give the choices. So, I will be giving this choice. If they select this particular choice, then what should be the mark given? So, it is not, sorry, this is wrong answer. So, whether you want to penalize the student for selecting this or not, you have the option over here. Okay? You have the negative marks. If they select the wrong answer, you can penalize selecting the negative marks over here. If you want to give feedback, if they have answered, if they have selected this particular choice, you can mention it over here. And I will be giving second option over here and this is third choice and this is the correct one. So, I have to select 100% marks for this and I will give fourth option to answer this question. Okay. If you want to add more blanks, you have the option to add blanks for 3 more choices like that. If you want, you can click on this and you enter the other choices for this. After doing this, we click on save changes and here you see if I move the cursor, it is multiple choice MCQ question. This is short question. These are the 2 questions which we have added now. Now, I will take you through how we can add a match the following kind of questions where we will have 2 columns which we need to match correctly. Okay. After selecting add a matching question, we have the option to enter question name, then actual question over here, that is description of the question, okay. Now, what should be displayed on the left and what should be displayed on the right? For that we have the option here. I will select multi-programming as the question and answer should be, it is a concept to store more than one program in computer memory. And assembler as the second one. This is the answer for it. And third question is, it is related to computer programming. Okay. Any number of questions you want to add, you can add it here and click save changes. Okay. See, this is the match the following kind of question. Now, if you want to see how it will be displayed, you can click on preview, and these are the question area where we had added, and we have to choose among what we want to match it with. Okay. If you want to give, here it is displaying only 3 options. If you want to give more than 3, in the same manner, without adding the question text, we just add the answer part and we will get more this one. If we come back to this edit the question, and here add 3 more blanks, 3 more questions over here, and here without adding the question text in this part, we will add only the answer part. Then I will just show you the preview. See, now we have the option. Sorry, let me first save, then go to the preview. Now it is showing 4 answers to be selected from. Okay. Close the preview. Now we will move on and try to add drag and drop into text. Okay. This is one of the kinds of question available in Moodle. If we click on add, we will get the option, and I will write drag and drop text. This is little tricky, where we need to add the question in a particular fashion. Okay. So, it is a way of giving the questions in a fill in the blanks manner, but in a more attractive manner we will be putting it. For that, this is the question text. Okay. If I want to send short messages of under 140 character, I use this double brackets, square brackets and 1. This is the answer, and it will be displaying in a different manner. We will add, and then I will show you how it will be visible. For that one, here the choices, you see choice 1 within double square brackets, I have to give the answer here. Okay. If I give the answer over here, it is the answer for one first blank what it is. Then this is the second blank and this is the third blank. So, these are the choices which we have entered, and click on save changes. When we click on save changes, this is the icon for drag and drop question. Then come to this preview. Here this is how it is displaying. It is similar to the fill in the blanks. It is just we need to drag these boxes and place it here where the blank is there. So, we have to click on those boxes and place it over here. This is how the question will be appearing. Okay. Now, we will go to the another type of question which needs little bit of coding kind of thing, that is embedded answer kind of thing, which is also called close. It is like one paragraph we will be giving, in that in the middle we want to add the blanks. So, if we click on this add, this is an embedded answer type of question. Okay. the question text will be added over here. Okay. This one here you can see this is the question, Bengaluru is in. Okay. For that the choices will be Bengaluru is in Karnataka or Tamil Nadu. For that we have to use this flower brackets, and first choice will be, it is a multi choice kind of question, and is equal to mentions that it is the right answer, and this tilde symbol gives that it is the wrong answer, and this is the feedback given to the choice taken selected by the student for this choice. Okay. And next one is, this is how we will be creating the different kind of questions available over here. We can get the coding from the Moodle documentation, and we can create the question using this variety of the question available in the Moodle. If we click on save changes, see this is the embedded kind of question, and if I click on this preview, this is how the question will be appearing. Okay. So, I select this. Okay. And here we have to type. Okay. You can check whether what will be given as output once it is selected. So, it says all these questions have been answered correctly. If I move the cursor over there, it will say the answer is correct and feedback is okay. Okay. Now, I will close this preview. The next type of question I would like to show is true or false kind of question. If I select that, I will be rendered with the same form. I mentioned what type of question it is, and I will select the statement. This is the statement we have to put in and tell whether that statement is a false statement or a true statement. So, we have to give correct answer whether the given statement is false or true. Right now, I have given a false statement. So, false should be the right answer. Okay. If I click on save changes, then that question has been added to my question bank. Here if we click on preview, this is how the student will be seeing the question, and option to select true or false will be provided. Okay. Now, here I would like to show just how a drag and drop image kind of questions can be created. That is just a display, I will be showing it here. A image can be given, and in that placeholders should be given where students will be dragging that and dropping it over here. This is a sample question where students have to give the correct name of the muscle or muscle groups. This is the image and these are the options, and this is the placeholder which the teacher can be made with the drag and drop image kind of questions. So, here I will be showing you one question bank which I have created with many types of the questions mentioned just now. If I click on this question bank, it will show me the types of the questions I have created so far. Okay. This is matching question. If I click on this preview, it will show me the kind of the question I had created. Okay. And this is question is drag and drop into text. You can see how it will be created. Okay. Then we have another type of the question which is ordering question type. The preview of the question, it will be appearing like this. We need to order the conversation step by step how it would have happened. That is, in the chronological order we have to arrange the sentences here. For example, we can give how a course can be designed using the steps to be followed. So, in any manner you can create this one to give the order it has to be followed. For example, ascending order of the numbers. You can give the numbers over here and ask the student to arrange the numbers in the ascending order, or similar kind of questions can be asked for. This one, it can be created using this ordering type of the question in the Moodle and click add. This is ordering and arrange in ascending order. Okay. This is the question text I have to give, and here you have the option to add the numbers. For example, 45, 49. We have to give this in the order which it takes place. That is, in the ascending order I have to give the numbers over here. Okay. Any number of draggable things if you want, you can add. Just say save changes. This ordering question has been created. You can preview that. This is how it will be. Okay. Student will get the option to reorder like this. Okay. When you click submit and finish, it is giving all right answer, correct as the feedback. Okay. And here your answer is correct. This is how it will be created. So, we will stop now here. We have learned how to create questions in this session. In the next session, we shall see how we can create the quiz using these questions. Thank you. Happy Moodling, happy learning.